Hello everyone. Welcome to our 13th lecture and this lecture we'll see transfer reactance and some examples based on that. Okay. Now we know when we are considering two machine system power transfer through the reactance or impedance when resistance is connected, that means losses we are considering, then it is called as arbitrary impedance. Or when lossless system is there, then power get transferred through transfer reactors. Okay, the reactors in between two machines, so it is called as transfer reactors. And we'll see some examples. When shunt load is connected, that means resistive load. When resistive load is connected in the middle of the transmission line, when reactor is connected, when reactor is connected at sending end, and when capacitor is connected at the receiving end. Okay, for improvement of the power factor, we are connecting capacitor at the receiving end. So we'll see these three examples. When shunt load is connected, resistive load is connected in middle of the transmission line, reactor connected at the sending end, and capacitor connected at the receiving end. Now before that we'll see what is transfer reactance. Let us consider a simple two machine system as shown in figure. Okay, this is ABCD parameter we have to find out of this system. This is two machine system. Generator, this is generator connected to the motor. Okay, it is having, it is generator, it is angle EMF is E1 at an angle of del 1, and EMF of or voltage of this machine 2 is E2 at an angle of del 2. Machine 2 is motor. The equivalent circuit of network between EMFs of a two machine is considered to be a simple two terminal pair network. The sending end voltage for steady state condition is the voltage behind synchronous reactors of the generator, and the receiving end voltage is the voltage behind the synchronous reactors of the motor. Here we are considering X1 and here we are considering X2. Okay, ABCD parameter. A power system, this power system is reduced to four terminal network. Four terminal network. We have to find out A parameter, B parameter, C parameter, or D parameter. This is sending in power and this is receiving in power. This is sending in this current I1 is in the circuit, and I2 we are receiving. Okay, it should be noted that ABCD constant include the network formed by the synchronous impedance of the machine and the circuit containing them. Okay, so we need to find out this ABCD parameter. Therefore, the equation for the power received by the motor is P2. It is a receiving end power. Second machine is motor. So P2 is equal to E1 into E2 by B into cos of beta minus del minus A E2 square upon mod of B into cos of beta minus alpha. How to find out A? A is in ABCD parameter. This you have studied in power system analysis in last year. Okay, how to find out A, B, C, D parameter. Okay, A at an angle of alpha, B at an angle of beta, E1 mod of E1 at an angle of del 1, E2 at an angle of del 2. Del is del 1 minus del 2. The well-known equation for the two-port network are this. Also you know, sending an EMF or voltage is E1 is equal to A into E2 plus B into I2. I1 is sending in current C into E2 plus D into I2. Okay. Now when E2 is equal to 0, when short circuit we are considering, when E2 is equal to 0, when in this equation when this E2 is equal to 0, then B is transfer reactance. B is equal to E1 divided by I2. So B is called the short circuit transfer impedance. B is called short circuit transfer impedance. What is important in this? This formula is important. Based on this formula, you have to solve the problems. Based on this formula, you have to solve the problems. Okay, keep this in mind. Okay, this formula you have to use for solving the problems. E1 into E2 receiving end power P2 is E1 into E2 by B into cos of beta minus del minus A E2 square upon B into cos of beta minus alpha. For a loss-free system, shunt admittance are also neglected. A is real, so this alpha is equal to 0, and beta is pure inductive reactance with B is pure inductive reactance. B is pure inductive reactance with beta equal to 90 degrees. Then the equation 9.36 reduces to E1 E2 by B into sine of del. Okay, A is real, so alpha equal to 0 and beta is equal to 90 degrees. Now we'll see what is equation 19.36, which we have highlighted. Okay, if A is real for lossless system, I will use another pen. Okay, for lossless system or loss free system, there is no resistance. Okay, so this A will be real, alpha A is the real, so A at an angle of alpha, this A is real, so alpha is equal to 0. A is real, so alpha is 0. Alpha 0 means this term is 0. You got? Okay, now as it is lossless system, so beta is equal to 90 degrees, so this is 90 degrees. Okay, now this cos 90, this term will be 0, this term will be 0. Okay, cos 90 is 0. Okay, then this, and in this case cos of beta minus del, beta is 90 degrees, so beta minus del is, it will be sine del, it will be sine of del. So this equation will be E1 into E2 by B into sine of del. Got it? So when loss free system or lossless system we are considering, then the equation is this. Okay, already we have solved problem, or we have used this equation. Okay, we have used this equation. Oh, we know this. Okay, now for B is called short circuit transfer reactors. For an example, consider a power system reduced to unsymmetrical T circuit equivalent to a general two-terminal pair network shown in 19.3a. This is our T network. Z1, this is our Z1, this is Z3, and this is Z2. Okay, Z1, Z2 and Z3. This is T. Now we need to convert this into pi. ZA, this is transfer reactance, ZB and ZC. Okay, now this star we need to convert into delta. This star we have to convert into delta. For the circuit, for the above circuit 19.3, the ABCD constant in the terms of impedance can easily written, and these are, we know A can be written as A is 1 plus Z1 divided by Z3. C is 1 divided by Z3. B is Z1 plus Z2 plus Z1 into Z2 divided by Z3. D is 1 plus Z2 divided by Z3. ABCD parameter. ABCD parameter. Okay, this you know. I will not revise that, or I will not dictate that how to find out this. Already you have gone through it in last year. Applying star delta transformation to 19.3a. This star we have to convert it into delta. So that will be that ZA is our Z1 plus Z2 plus Z1 into Z2 divided by Z3. ZA is our transfer reactance. ZA is our transfer reactance. Za is our transfer reactance. This is our Za. Okay, so this we are neglecting as it is pi. So Z is important. For loss-free system or lossless system with no shunt load, we may write for lossless system which infers no shunt load on the interconnector, that is Z3. Z3 means which we are connecting is infinity. We may write R is 0 na, so Z1 is 0 plus jx1, z2 is 0 plus jx2, b is jx1 plus x2, so it is jx. It is jx. So P2 is E1 into E2 by x into sine of del. So maximum power E1 into E2 by x, okay, when del is equal to 90 degree. When del is equal to 90 degree. Now we'll solve problem based on this first problem. We'll see this is example 1. For the power system shown in figure 19.8, find the maximum steady state power transfer when a reactor is, what we are considering, a reactor is disconnected. This reactor is disconnected. Okay, first case it is disconnected and in second case it is connected. Okay, reactor is connected. All the per unit reactance shown in the diagram are based on generator rating. Okay, xd is given, xt1 is given, xl is given, xl is given, xt2 is given, infinite generator connected to the infinite load, v is given, okay, e is given. Okay, when a reactor is disconnected, the system is simple. Okay, if it is disconnected, then only system which we'll consider is this much only, this much. Okay, where transfer reactance is 1.8 plus 0.197 plus XL by 2 means 0.7 divided by 2 plus 0.132. Okay, this you know. Okay, when we are considering the shunt reactor, when reactor is connected, as it is, you know, this is connected at the sending end. So here is T, here is T. So this is our, this will be our, when reactor is connected, this will be our Z1, this will be our Z2, and this will be our Z3. Okay, so that reactance is B is equal to Z1 plus Z2 plus Z1 into Z2 divided by Z3. Okay, now we'll move to next slide. Without reactor, it is simple. I told you 1.8, 0.197, 0.35 xd, xt1 plus xl by 2 plus xt2. Okay, Pmax is E into V by X. Okay, E into V by X. This we have calculated 1.008. Without reactor is simple. With reactor Z1, Z2, Z1 to Z2 divided. Z1 is J. Whatever we are considering from the reactor left side. Okay, this is Z1. XD plus XT1 is our Z1. XD plus XT1 is our Z1. Okay, while XL by 2 plus XT2 is our Z2 and XR, that means reactance, is our Z3. Okay, reactance is our Z3. So this Z1, Z2, Z3. Okay, now maximum steady state stability E is given, V is given, this 0.989. Okay, with when reactor is disconnected, it is 1.008. When reactor is disconnected, it is 1.008. When reactor is connected, it is 0.989. It is reduced. Okay, this is our first example. Now we'll switch over to the second example. In this resistance is connected in the middle of the transmission line. Resistance is connected, that means shunt load is connected in the middle of the transmission line. Now here we'll apply that formula which we have highlighted. Okay, for the sample power system shown in figure, find the maximum steady state power transfer when resistive load is disconnected and when resistive load is connected. All the per unit quantities shown in the diagram are based on generator rating. Okay, now again this will be our Z1, this will be from this side, it will be Z2, and this will be our Z3. Okay, without resistance it's simple, xd plus xl by 2 plus xl by 2 over, okay, E into V by xd plus xl by 2 plus xl by 2. E is given, V is given. Okay, Z1 simple na, Z1 is xd plus xl by 2, z2 is xl by 2, and z3 is r, that is 1.5. Without reactance, without resistive load, transfer reactance is xd xl by 2, it is 1.3, it is 1.154. Okay, now with resistive load, since it becomes a T network, let us find ABCD constant, AB constant, which are expressed and calculated as follows. So A we need to calculate in this case, as resistance is there, so it is it is loss, the system having losses. Okay, okay, because it is connected in the shunt, and the resistance is connected in shunt. Okay, in the middle of the transmission line. A is 1 plus Z1 divided by Z3. Then A we find out, therefore A is mod of A and angle 37.47, A at an angle alpha. So alpha is 37.474. B mod of B and its angle beta. Okay, Z1 plus Z2 plus Z1 into Z2 divided by Z3. Okay, B and its angle. Okay, maximum steady state power transfer is derived using equation 19.36. Already I have explained this 19.36. This equation, when only resistance is there, when resistance is there, in that case we need to use this formula. Okay, we need to use this formula. Okay, now E1 into E2 by V into cos of beta minus del minus A E2 square by V into cos of beta minus alpha. I will again repeat, E1 into E2 by V into cos of beta minus del minus A E2 square upon V, this B is mod of B, into cos of beta minus alpha. When a resistance is connected, then and then we'll use this formula. Okay, this is 19.36. Now we'll see that in that example what we have done. Okay, this is over. Now that formula I will write here. That formula I'll write here, already it is written. Okay, that is P2 is E1 into E2 by B into cos of beta minus del, isn't it, minus A V2 square A E2 square upon B cos, here I will write cos of into cos of what is that, cos of beta minus del na? Now here it is cos of beta minus alpha, cos of beta minus alpha. Okay, this is our equation. So what is this cos of beta minus? Now this is sending it, this is receiving end power. I will write here P2 is equal to E1 into E2 by B mod of B into cos of beta minus del minus A E2 square upon B cos of beta minus alpha. Okay. Now here, when this is receiving end power, when it will be maximum, when it will be maximum, when it will be maximum, when this term will be maximum, when this term will be not maximum, when this term will be maximum, when beta is equal to beta, when beta is equal to del, when beta is equal to del, then and then this p2 will be maximum. So it is, now here as it is, this is connected, in this example it is second is infinite bus, here it is infinite bus, this is our infinite bus na. So that's why instead of e2, instead of e2 instead of e2, here we have written, here we have written v, e into v by b, this is maximum, maximum cos of beta minus del equal to 0, beta is equal to 0, cos 0 will be 1. Okay, so in this term, in this term, cos of beta minus del, okay, when beta is equal to del, when beta is equal to del, then this term, this there will be cos of 0, cos of this term will be, this term will be unity. Okay, when beta is equal to 0, when beta is equal to del, then it will be cos of 0, cos of 0 is equal to 1. So there we get maximum maximum power, and it is our steady state stability, while this angle remains same. Okay, these angles remain same. Okay, now we put these two values, and we have find out steady state stability limit will be 0.632. Earlier it is 1 point, I think 154. Okay, look here, 1.154, and now it is 0.632 due to losses. What effects we are getting? Okay, what effect we are getting? Okay, now coming, you got only in the resistive case, only in the resistive case we have to consider that formula. Okay, now this is third problem and last problem. For the sample power system shown in figure, find the maximum steady state power transfer when the static capacitor is connected and the static capacitor replaced by the inductive reactor of the all the per unit values shown in the diagram are based on generator rating. Okay, now here you can see it is connected at the receiving, capacitor is connected at the receiving end. Okay, first it is connected, and it is then this static capacitor is replaced by the same value of inductor, same value of inductor, inductive reactor, inductor or inductive reactor, whatever it may be. Okay, now we'll find out with capacitor. Now as it is capacitor, so only thing is change, only thing will change in the power transfer equation is that Z1, Z2, Z3. Z3 will be minus JXC. Z3 will be minus JXC. So that's why this transfer reactance will be B is equal to Z1 plus Z2 plus Z1 into Z2 divided by Z3. If it is value of Z3 is negative, so this term will become minus. This term will become minus. So this term is minus because of capacitor, because of capacitor. Again, beta is equal to 90 degrees, maximum steady state power E1 into E2 by X into E1 into E2 by X will get 1.546. Loss for lossless system alpha is 0. For students should note that for lossless system alpha is 0. A is real, so alpha is 0. Okay, now this capacitor is replaced by same value of inductor. Instead of minus jxc, here we will get plus j1, plus j1. Okay, here is plus now. Okay, here is plus now. Okay, again maximum steady state power 0.392, 0.392. In this case it is 1.546, and here it is 0.392. You can see what is the change. Conclusion you can draw when why static capacitor is connected at the why this, by looking to this or by solving this problem you will get why static capacitor is connected at the receiving end, because it increases the steady state stability limit. You can see it is 1.546. If reactors are connected, then it is decreased. So reactors are connected at the sending end and capacitors are connected at the receiving end. Shunt loads are connected in between. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.